What challenges were you guys facing before using our Medi launch system?
So the challenges that we were facing, we're a new med spa and we had no clients. And honestly, I thought that, Instagram was going, just put on my Instagram and that'll you bring people in. Well, we opened and our books weren't open. There was no one in our
Mm,
books rather.
hmm
And then I said, you know what? Let me be proactive versus reactive.
mm,
And so this is a service that tremendously helped us, because we had no following, we had no clients, so this working with Rashawn and Medi launch helped us to drive customers in the door, and
amazing.
that's what we needed. And we started from the beginning, and I guess most all people should probably do that. That's
Yeah.
probably a good rule of thumb versus sitting around opening your doors and you're like do 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 do.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes,
So
yes. I love that. I was going to say the biggest takeaway from what you said there is to be, proactive instead of reactive. Because I get more calls at month 6 when they're in the red from all the machines that they own than in month 1 from, hey, I just want to be ahead of the game and launch this successfully. So that's that's huge. That's huge. And to piggyback on that, what are your favorite features that we offer? Obviously, a lot of people think it's just the advertising side of things. We turn on the
mhm.
ads and kind of leave it, but there's some other features in the program.
So what I love about the program is that, I mean, you guys do the ads, but once they fill out that information and they go to the landing page and then we go log into the system and everything is for me organized where, I'm like, even I'm learning the system more and more. So I'll even like put, okay, I need to follow up from calls from January 9th to January 10th. And I'll kind of
Mm,
narrow it down because,
mm,
and then I have an organized list of new leads, name, email, telephone number. And I like the fact that once I call them through the app, I can see, okay, I've made a call to this person. Like if I go back to follow up, I'm like, did I call this person? I look and then I could see, I did call outbound call to them, or I text them, or whatever it is. So that it's like all your leads are in one place. So you can kind of be organized,
hmm Important.
efficiently.
Which
Yeah.
is important when we know that money is in the follow up. It is important to know what did I say on that last call? What did I text them? Am I being redundant? Because that stuff can kill deals, right? So yeah,
Absolutely.
that's a super huge key. I wanted to touch a little bit on some of your previous wins. I think the biggest win, and it's coming up here, is the 5K appointment booked. Right, that's going to be a huge win and one of the biggest closes in the program, because I think the biggest close we've had someone do in the program is 6,500, but that would be
Wow.
like 5K is still a really high ticket, a big win. So I know that appointment's coming up soon. I think it's like the 14th, I think it is, or
Yeah. So she's scheduled for the 13th.
13th. So that's even sooner than I thought. So I look forward to
Yeah.
doing a little bit of a follow up and seeing that close. But you have closed multiple 3K
Yeah.
packages, and you have quite a few appointments booked right now for Sculpture
Right.
BBL, right? So yeah, I
Absolutely.
mean, I think with us it's going to be, you've already closed, a couple 3K packages, so some 500 for lipo injections. You have this big ticket item for the 5K coming up soon. But I think with time, we start to see all of the rest of those people move to the appointment show column, right?
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
all of that money in the appointment book column kind of gets squeezed out as well, which I'm super excited for. So I
Me
just
too.
waited. So last question before I get you out of here, is, what would you tell someone who is thinking about taking, either our consultant program or just our entire program, who's considering it all, what would your recommendation be for them?
My recommendation is I'm going to be 100% honest. I'm transparent. You got to spend money to make money.
Hmm
So this program, if I didn't have Rashawn, if I didn't have you or Medi Launch, I wouldn't have made any money
Yeah.
because I would have been sitting there twiddling my thumbs. Um, the leads, you're gonna have hot and cold leads. I think that's with anything.
hmm
But ultimately invest the money, you'll see a return on it, but you got to do the work. You got to do the work too. You got to help. You got to make the calls. But like I said, we probably wouldn't have made anything, because we would have been, searching or posting. We thought that posting would get us where we needed to be, and that's not the case. So
Hmm.
we're not, marketing people. So you have to go to people who are knowledgeable of marketing strategies, who can help you. Like, we jump on a call, Rashawn and I'm like, hey, well, my problem is this. Like we just discussed, my issue is overcoming objections. So
Hmm.
you need that help. You need that mentorship. You need that sales help. You need someone who is in the game,
Hmm.
because Medi spas, we're doing treatments. We're not in the marketing situation. So
Yeah.
that's my advice: is get on board and help you spa.
Mm, I appreciate that. That's an awesome recommendation. And I love how honest that is, right? I
It is
really
what it is.
appreciate you saying that about us. And I really appreciate you being honest with them as well, which is, hey, you need to spend money to make money. And if you're not willing to do that, then you will sit idle until you're ready to do that. You're going to slow grow over 5 years. But if you're looking to make some closes fast, you need to put the money in to do that and then start building your ecosystem of clients, right? And a big thing you said is you got to put in the work. A lot of people want to do the same things that got them to 5K. They want to do that to 20K a month. And it's like the effort and work that it takes to be a 5K a month business and a 20K a month business is very, very different, right? And just the thought process on what it takes to pull the lever to get there. So I feel like you saying, hey, you need to put in the work to get the results is very, very important, Very, very
Absolutely, absolutely. Got to put in the work. And I do the calls. I put in the work. Put the work in. You'll love the results. So you're gonna have good days. You're gonna have bad days. But if you put that work in, you'll feel that gratitude. You'll feel that the difference that you're making,
yeah, you'll
and
feel the
you'll
momentum.
get the results. Yeah, and then you'll get the results.
Exactly.
So it is what it is. Like I sat down. I'll give this my last little advice, and I'll will let Sean go. So Christmas Eve, I was like, it's Christmas Eve, and I want to call people. Do I want to call
Mm,
people? I probably booked about 5 people Christmas Eve.
really? A
Yeah,
lot of people had that mindset where I don't want to call people Christmas Eve. That's actually really cool. That's really cool.
yeah.
Wow.
So that goes to show you, like, I was in here and my husband was like, I'm like, okay, let me get your card. Let me get your card. He's like, another one. I'm like, let me get your card. Let me get your card. Let me go ahead.
Wow.
So yeah, so it was, so again, call call late in the evening, call, a couple times, maybe like sometimes I'll shut off calling, like, okay, it's like 8:30, that's good enough. Let me shut it down.
Hmm.
But those are the type of things you have to do.
I'm actually happy to hear that. I didn't know all those appointments came from that day. So congrats on that.
Yeah.
Keep putting in the work. And I look forward to when we get back here in March and you're back. I look forward to like doing things even better and ramping things up for you guys. So
I am too. Thank you so much for your help. I mean, like I told you before, you've been a tremendous help with our business. So we're looking forward to continue to work with you, and I appreciate it again.
thank you. I appreciate you as well.